It's summertime. We got tomatoes.
I love tomatoes.
And we got Jess and Ange Correll over here. And we're in the Bishop house.
That's right.
And we're gonna chow today.
Cool.
And we got our maters. We got to do something with them. So you know what? Too many people think spaghetti sauce comes out of a jar. And there's some that's okay, but you know what? When you go to Italy, you don't get tomato sauce out of a jar. It's tomatoes, it's basil, it's oregano, it's paste and sauce, and we're gonna put mushrooms in it. Spaghetti is the stuff it's pasta. What you put on it is entirely up to you. We're gonna do a really fresh, wonderful spaghetti sauce today. I promise I'd never show anybody this. Is it bad that this is my top secret?
You should show.
Should I show it?
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody, right?
No.
Only one person at a time.
That's exactly. This is something that I've worked on for years. I love spaghetti, but I like the sweet, and I like the onion, and I like the garlic. So this is my particular recipe. Again, don't tell anybody. Top secret. But we're gonna crank this out today. But first, you gotta have a Caesar salad. And a lot of people, when they make Caesar salad, if they knew there was anchovies in it, it might freak them out. But there is. Now we're gonna start that today by making a little Caesar salad and go ahead and chill that. We've also got a lamb that they've seen us do on the show. I don't want these guys to try. All right, let's get started here. What we're gonna have to have here is 2 garlic cloves, finely chopped,
cut up.
which we have. We got a cup of mayonnaise. We're gonna have some Worcestershire. We're gonna have some Dijon mustard. We're gonna have a little bit of lemon juice. Let's just go ahead and get that started. The first 5 ingredients that I wanna put together are 2 garlic cloves, minced, a teaspoon of anchovy paste. Don't brush your teeth with that. 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, 1 teaspoon of Worcester or Worcestershire, however you want to say it. Take your first 5 ingredients, whip them together. 1 cup of Hellmann's mayonnaise, half a cup of Parmesan Reggiano, salt and pepper to taste, and you're good to go. Look at there.
That smell good?
Caesar salad.
Oh, yeah.
How simple.
Good.
That's how you
Put it in
do
the fridge, let's chill it.
All right, we're good.
Now we're gonna get to the Saschetti,
Oh, yeah.
where there is no measuring in anything. Now that's the thing about this. You can add whatever you want, but you can't take it away, so be careful how much you put in. Let's put this in here. So we got our dressing chilling for later.
That smells good.
That smells good. What do you think about this?
I like that. I didn't know they made that. You gonna eat some? Put some on.
Fishy.
Like a lip gloss or something. That's nice.
Sunscreen. All right, you can find that just about at any store, and it's usually around where the tuna fish is and things like that. So there's a lot of things you can use anchovies for that you didn't really know that they were in. Now, back to our spaghetti sauce that we're gonna make. I like a lot of oregano. The sweet basil really adds, but the oregano, I have dry oregano too, so I can keep on adding and keep on adding and keep on adding until I get that sweet and the salty balance just right. And when it gets right, I'm telling you what, it's awful good. Now we're gonna take our tomatoes and we're just gonna real quickly drop them in boiling water so we can take the skins off, and then you're gonna dice those. But first of all, let's get our onions and our shallots going.
How big you want?
You think those glasses are gonna help you?
Well, so I don't cut my finger off. Yes.
Bless your heart, you always get teared up in this part. Now, Nikki, as you might have noticed, has got her neck brace off. We're not breaking the doctor's rules. He said she can take it off a couple hours a day so she can strengthen her neck muscles, because that brace has been holding her neck in one
Feels kinda
position.
good.
So you feel free?
I do. And they promise not to push me.
Don't push her. I don't think they're very pushy people.
No, they're not.
All right, so I'm gonna watch you cut those up.
Like
I'm gonna go ahead.
fingernails?
Yeah.
All size? Okay.
Yeah, a little bit smaller than that. I'm gonna go ahead and get some olive oil started back here, heat it up. And I would say probably about half of that and we're good to go. I'm gonna start my onions and shallots together. I'm gonna come back and slide them aside once they get nice and translucent. And then I'm gonna bring my garlic in. You never wanna overdo your garlic because there's a bitter flavor, as you know. Just wanna slightly get that going. Now the great thing about one pot cooking is the fact that everything's in there and those tastes stay in there. When you're cooking, all those flavors kind of add up and pile up. Have you ever you make your spaghetti with fresh tomatoes?
Yes.
Nobody does that. We
We
pour some stuff out of
can
it.
here and there.
We can our own marinara
Yeah.
sauce and make it.
That's the only way to go. But man, when it's fresh like this, right off
Oh
of the
my
tomato.
gosh,
Oh.
that's
Yeah.
the best.
All right, those look lovely, Nikki. Let's take those over there. Then add your shallots and onion and stir until translucent. All right, now, like I said, I'm going to push this aside, and I'm going to bring this garlic in. What a wonderful job you did on that,
Thank
Nikki.
you.
Beautiful.
Kelly taught
That
me how to cut
almost
that.
that almost looks like what Kelly would cut up.
Yeah, she taught me.
All right, now I'm going to just slightly brown that. Before it gets too done, I'm going to mix it up and all this other stuff, and then I'm going to come back with just a little splash of red wine and let that simmer down while I get everything else ready. Now, while these are cooking down, Nikki's going to chop up a good handful of fresh oregano and an extra good handful of fresh basil. Now, this is to taste. Just go along as you're chopping things up. I went outside and took the lamb off of the hickory and made my little sauce. And what'd you think? It was good
What do you think about lamb?
I like
Eating
it. I
lamb.
didn't, yeah. I'm not a big lamb eater, but I like it a lot.
And once the water is boiling, add your tomatoes until the skins start to come off. I mean, this doesn't take long at all. Drop them into the water for maybe a minute. Take them off the boiling water, cool them in a bowl of cold water. Okay, we have taken our tomatoes out. We've got the skins off, and Nikki is taking the undesirable parts away. I'm going to reach in here, right around you here.
All right.
Now I'm going to go ahead and take my basil and oregano, put a little more wine in here and let that get all comfortable together. Now, once she gets the middles cut out, she's going to dice those. Now, you're talking about fresh diced tomatoes. We have some sauce here, some paste over here. We've got some mushrooms. You guys like mushrooms, right?
love
Love
mushrooms.
mushrooms.
Hey, we can't go wrong here.
No.
You ready?
We're ready. Slice and dice. For 4 people, I'm going to use probably 8 large tomatoes to the pot. I'm going to stir them up. I'm going to add 1 little can of tomato sauce, 1 can of tomato paste, and I'll keep on as I go along, adding a little bit of dried oregano until I get that flavor that I'm looking for. Now, I'm going to add probably a cup of mushrooms. Those are going to cook down. I like those. Those are optional. These little baby Bella mushrooms. A little bit more red wine and stir. Let that simmer while you start your meat. And I'm going to add a dash of sugar, and I'm going to keep adding that sugar until it gets the taste that I want. Now, you may not like that much. That's up to you. Now, we're using about a pound of Italian sausage as well as a pound of ground lamb. I just happen to like a lot of meat in my sauce. Some people might not put any. That's just me, I'm a carnivore. Now, you can break this down like burger, or you can leave it in chunks if you want bigger pieces, or you can even make meatballs, depending on what you like. Let your sauce simmer, I don't know, for a good half hour or so. Now, a lot of people say let it cook all day, but by the time that we've reduced that and got all those flavors together, it doesn't take long. Now, drain your meat, add it to the sauce. If you want a little more garlic flavor, this is the time to add your garlic. And this is the time at the very end to add, if you need a little salt, if you need a little more of this, a little more of that at the very end. Put a little olive oil in your water, a little salt for your noodles. When your noodles are done to your liking, guess what? You're ready to roll. What do you think? Does that look edible?
It looks
Oh
great.
my goodness.
You know, the smell's coming up here. I can smell the fresh cheese on the fresh Caesar salad, homemade.
Yeah.
Get you a big old honking.
Now, how are we supposed to do our spaghetti? Are we twist it like the Italians do?
That's
or is
absolutely
it just
up to you.
You already cut it?
That's
or
what we do. We usually twirl it.
twirl it?
This is a great thing to try to do on camera.
Yeah, you got a white shirt on. You're almost getting a little bit like what you had with the lamb. You've got the meat taste, but you've got the wine and the sweet. And
That
that's
is
just me.
delicious.
That's what I do with spaghetti. You can do anything you want. You know, a lot of marinara is just tomatoes, essentially, with a little basil or something. I like to just put all kinds of flavors in it. Beat and bang up against each
I
other.
like your meat.
Sweet and sour.
That's great.
I'm gonna try your salad too. Can we try your salad?
Delicious.
So farm fresh,
Very good.
straight from the country. You like it?
I like it.
You outdid yourself, Tim. That was
Thank you
good.
all so much.
Fantastic. Thank
You know-
you for having us.
Thank you all for coming out. You know, we love doing this. We did this on our Mississippi show. We had some of our friends out and we cooked. We're going to start doing this more often, having people that we know come in and sit down. And I love something about cooking and then seeing you enjoy it and you enjoy it and know that you really liked it.
Yeah.
I can tell if you didn't because you probably have another one. But I enjoy so much taking what I've learned over the years and sharing that with others. There's something about cooking and sharing.
That's
It's delicious.
fantastic.
Thank you. It's so
Thank
good.
you. We're available almost all the time.
To help us taste. That's good.
All right, now we're going to stick this food in our mouth and chew loudly.